Welcome to We Know Sports. Tap in, tap in.
Special guests, great topics, incredible insight, and timely updates.
We Know Sports.
We know sports.
Yeah, yeah. We Know Sports.
We know sports.
Yeah, yeah. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that notification. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. You are now tuned in. We Know Sports.
We know sports.
We Know Sports. Topics. Back at it again. Hope y'all doing all right. Hope everything is good on your end as it is mine. Welcome again to another week. We took a little bye week. Refresh. Looked a little deeper into the game. Sat back. Refreshed a little bit. And now we back at it again. And you already know 702 Visions, District 1104. I got my boy Kelly P in the building. Say what's up, Kelly.
What's up, everybody?
How y'all doing? All right, so we're going to jump right in it. It's been a scandal going on. It's been some mistreatment, some bad things going on in college football as far as Michigan. Michigan is pretty much a glorified organization or organ, like school program in college football, led by a high-profile coach, Coach Harbaugh, and he seems to be in a little rut, getting into some illegal actions. Kelly, explain to the people what's going on.
Well, what we know so far is that he's got one of his assistants going to games for years now. Most of the games are Big Ten games where he's recording, him and some other people are recording the other team's signals and stuff. We know he did that to Tennessee last year, the Volunteers, because they were a contender at one point until they lost.
Right.
He's done it to Georgia and two other teams, Alabama and one other team.
Right.
And right now, it's under investigation by the NCAA. Michigan's not, the Big Ten's not investigating it yet because the NCAA's got it. I know that they're putting his contract on hold. He was fixing to get a big extension, make some major jack, and they put it on hold. So that's where we're at right now. Me personally, I think it's it's just wrong.
Yeah. This is something like Bill Belichick, Spygate, type of thing. So should we put an asterisk on all his wins?
Yeah, in the end, I think so, because like he had trouble beating Ohio State in the Big Ten, for example, and in the last 2 years he's beat them pretty handedly. And I know that they say that he did that to Georgia. McCurdy in the press conference the other day laughed about it, said, "Well, that shit didn't work, did it?"
Right.
And but still, cheating's cheating. My favorite baseball players of all time is Barry Sanders and Mark McGwire. They accused them of cheating and keeping them out of the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Hey, nobody's above the next guy. Nobody's above the next guy.
Fair enough. I believe it should be fair across the board. How hard do you think the NCAA, the athletic directors, and the school, depending on who had something to do with all of this or knew about all of this, what do you think is going to happen?
Probably be suspended, vacate those wins, probably more than likely, and probably be suspended for the years to come and competing for bowl games, national title playoff, etc., etc. Not including, if this was what's really going on. Saban's even said something about it. They were the best team, team out, the first team out last year, number 5, and they put TCU and Michigan in there, and neither one of those teams were worthy.
No, they would.
TCU beat Michigan, and then Georgia, they could have set their pre-K team up there, because we beat them 65-7.
Yeah, man, it was terrible.
Yeah, we could have, and we even let off the clutch, or let off the gas and quit scoring on them. It could have been 100-7,
Right.
So, and not including all the people that play, like FanDuel and stuff that lost money, and this is a big deal. It is the people like me because we bet,
Right. So, moving on to the next, the playoffs. The first voting is coming up. It's getting closer and closer and closer to the end of the season. So that means the playoffs is coming up. So that means where you're seated in ranking is very, very important. Where how many votes you get and where you're seated depends on who you play. Depending on who you play can damn sure depend on who wins. So the first voting of the playoffs, how's it going to take place, Kevin?
Yeah, it's always on a Monday. Normally, the voting hereafter will be on Tuesdays of every week. It happens on week 8, which is tonight. They'll let out the top 25, and they'll, first 2 out, and then the top 4. Right now, we have Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, and Washington undefeated in that order in the AP poll, with UGA getting almost probably 75% of the vote. But the way they do it is quality wins. Georgia might not keep that first place vote. Michigan probably won't get it. I'm thinking more like Ohio State might get the first place vote because they got 2 quality wins over Notre Dame and Penn State. But it'll play out because 2 of those teams have to lose, or at least one of those teams have to lose, because Michigan and Ohio State, who are ranked 2 and 3 right now, they play each other last game of the season.
Right, so one of them will bounce out.
Yeah, one of them's going to bounce out. And then you have a lot of really good, like Oregon, Texas, Alabama. I wouldn't say Penn State now because I watched them play, and they were one of my teams in the Final Four, but they're missing something. And Oklahoma, who was one of my new Final Four teams, they lost to a nobody Kansas team. And so you get UGA, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, and Washington. That's who we're going to be looking at tonight.
All right, out of those 5 undefeated teams, who, besides Georgia, let's take Georgia out, besides Georgia, who's probably the most worthy opponent?
I would have said Michigan. At this point, if I had the new things coming out on them about them cheating and getting everybody's, because if I know your playbook, I know what you're going to do, and that I thought they were a really good team defensively, and they're a solid team offensively, but now I'm going to take them out of it. Ohio State, they have a really good defense. Their quarterback is wishy-washy. Sometimes he shows up, sometimes he don't. Florida State is an all-around good team. I'm going to pick them in my Final Four. And Washington, Michael Penix, he leads the nation in passing, touchdowns, everything. They're explosive on offense.
Right.
But they let a lot of points score. But, if you're scoring 50 and the other team's only scoring 40, you win.
Correct.
But I'm also going to bring Alabama into the mix and Oregon with 1 loss because I think they're worthy opponents. Both of them play hard teams. Oregon's only loss has come to Washington it come down to the last 30 seconds. And they're also a good team on defense. Just Washington's that explosive. So they might be in there too. I don't know. We'll just have to let it play out. We still got 5 more weeks.
Right. And we still got an SEC championship. Who knows how that can go, even though Georgia is the better team thus far right now.
Alabama and LSU will play this weekend, and that will pretty much lock it down as who Georgia's going to play. If LSU loses, they're out. Alabama loses, they're out.
Right.
You are now watching 702 Visions.
Shout out to y'all boys, man.
It's Sunday. It's the day, everybody got a chance to win them some money, man, extra money. So if you sports bet, if you do your thing on DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM, if you on any of those apps, You might want to tune in to your boy every Sunday with the picks with my boy T-Rux. My man got his own Discord. He doing this shit daily on any sport.
The Ruck the Beast Discord, spelled RUCKDABEAST. The Discord on Discord app.
The link will be in the description.
I ain't hard to find. Get at me. 702 Vision. District 1104.